Certainly a busy time right now in the tropics, and the woman who's very busy right now is Julie Durda.
Yeah, but I'm happy to be here to be bringing you this information, ladies, on this Friday because we've had some big changes in the forecast projected path of Tropical Storm Laura. It is expected now to interact with the islands, already starting to interact with the northern Leeward Islands as the system has become very elongated. You can see it's a very large system, but with that said, the impacts really are pronounced right by the center, which is located right about there. So the cluster of showers and storms associated with the system that will be really impacting the islands are more on the northeastern edge, which is technically called the dirty sector. Now, as we watch this system and it moves towards the west-northwest, which is expected to do so now as of the 11 a.m. advisory, since they found the center a little bit more south compared to what they were looking at earlier this morning, those impacts are going to help really weaken the system. The interaction with land will help tear apart whatever's left of Tropical Storm Laura as it does move over Puerto Rico, bringing them tropical storm force winds and rain, expected to head over Hispaniola, at least the northern edge of Hispaniola, and then in towards Cuba. This is a huge change compared to yesterday because yesterday at this time, I brought you this projected path with the possibility of a Category 1 hurricane just off our coastline by Sunday into Monday. So it has slowed down the path just a bit, but the interaction with land is the biggest part that we need to pay attention to because as it does interact with land, it now puts the projected path and timing of this system over Cuba with winds of 65 miles per hour around Monday morning and then moving its way towards the Gulf of Mexico. With that said, it has taken out much of South Florida with the exception of the Keys. We've got anywhere from the upper Keys down to the lower Keys. The direct impacts may be felt about 100 miles away from the center of circulation as tropical storm force winds extend out from the center that far. So with the system just off the coast of Cuba, here in South Florida, we will definitely have the possibility of feeling the impacts from the system, but they won't be the direct impacts. It'll be more of the outer bands, which means the squally weather, which means the tropical downpours, which means the funnel clouds and water spouts that could be possible. Now you can see why they shifted the cone. Look at all the models, pretty much in agreement. It'll move along the island chain. So let's time it out. Going into tomorrow, we'll notice the system move over Hispaniola in towards Cuba. By Monday around 1 a.m., we could start to see some of the outer bands already affecting parts of the Keys, definitely into the Bahamas. And then South Florida's biggest impacts will be Monday afternoon into Monday evening. That was the GFS model. The European model keeps that trend as well. It keeps the system over the islands, moving in towards Cuba right around Monday, a little bit later, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and then our impacts start right around Monday afternoon. So these are the things we can prepare for. We are expecting the possibility of tropical storm force winds, some heavy rain, and that's going to be what's the imminent threat currently for the island chain. Look at that. We have a tropical storm watch in effect, no surprise, for the islands and across the southeastern half of the Bahamas, since they'll deal with the impacts of the system first. Hey, we're still dealing with the Tropical Depression 14. This system is expected to head towards the Gulf of Mexico. 11 a.m. advisory has winds at 35 miles per hour. It's moving to the northwest at 14 miles per hour. So something very interesting about this is it's been quite some time that we have seen two forecasted cones to head towards the Gulf Coast states. Very impressive, but also very scary because it looks as though one of them could be a Category 1 hurricane headed towards Pensacola. That would be Laura, and if this becomes Marco, it could be a tropical storm headed towards the Texas coastline. I'll have a lot more on your Friday forecast because you guys, we still have a weekend to enjoy before the storms do move into South Florida. Got it all coming up.